So a year and a half ago, I was that girl who liked to take the pictures, but I really, really didn't want to be in the picture. I hated being in the picture. I was famous in my family for like hiding from the picture, and I got it from my mom, who hides from the pictures too. And there is one, and you know, when I would see a picture, an accidental picture, it's like I didn't even recognize myself. I didn't even know who I was or what I looked like. And there is one woman who actually changed that. And I'm just getting moved by that. But with her wonderful project, please welcome Veronica Arreola, the founder of the 365 Feminist Selfie Project. Be great.
Hi, everybody. Okay. First of all, thank you for Blogger for having me here today. Let's make sure my slides work. Are they up? Okay, great. So I'm supposed to talk to you about defining moments. And the funny thing about defining moments is that often you have no idea when they're going to happen. This is weird, can't see my slides. Most of them are ordinary days that turn out to be extraordinary. Like the day I went to the mall and applied for a job and ended up meeting this man who ended up being my husband, who would become my husband. Or the night we decided to go to a movie and ran into a long-lost friend and ended up that his partner would become my best friend. So most of the time you just really don't know when they're going to happen. And the same thing happened when I launched 365 Feminist Selfie. So about 2 years ago, there was a lot of press out there about how selfies were vain, self-centered, cries for help even. And I knew better, and I know better, because in 2008, back when we were all on Flickr, I did a self-portrait project for a whole year, and it was the hardest thing I have ever done. But it was also one of the most enlightening things I have done, because I also didn't like to take my picture. I didn't like to see pictures of myself, but I knew that in my future I needed to be able to be comfortable in that. So go back to 2014 and the great selfie debate online, and a couple of amazing women, Jamie Nesbitt Golden on Twitter, as well as Kate Everett on Twitter, launched the hashtag feminist selfie. And I knew immediately that that encapsulated what I felt about taking self-portraits, that they were feminist in nature. It could be feminist in nature because what we were doing is reclaiming our space and our image. That it was a rejection of the media telling us that we had to be thin, we had to be wrinkle-free, and we had to be smiling all the time. So when we take our selfies, we can take them however we want. And distributing them on social media through this hashtag, through the feminist selfie hashtag, is a way to create our own media of when we're having a great day, when our hair looks fabulous, or when we're not having a great day. So when I launched it on New Year's Eve 2013, I honestly don't get a lot of comments on my blog, so I wasn't thinking that this was going to be a big thing. I woke up the next morning and saw some of my friends had taken selfies and used the hashtag, and I was really touched. I have the best friends ever, and they always are there to support me and my endeavors and my projects. But soon, as the day went on, I started to see more and more people taking selfies. More and more people, I had no idea who they were. I have actually done a quick survey of some of them, and most of them are or identify as women, cis and trans women. We're a very queer community as well, and I think a pretty diverse community. The thing is that we don't have a whole lot of, there haven't been a lot of big famous feminists who have been part of this project, and that's okay, because I've been really more enjoying in getting to know the everyday feminists, as I like to call them, as people like to call them. They're the women who are making our frappuccinos. They're the women who are directing us at the hardware store. They're the women who are working hard to make their home-based businesses a success. And that's been pretty awesome. And the thing that I didn't really plan for, well, I didn't really plan for most of this, it was how important captions would be. I started to see the women participating in this having their friends question, what's a feminist selfie? What's a 365 feminist selfie? And for me, it's a selfie that's taken by someone who believes they are a feminist, who is working their way against this media rhetoric that says we all have to be perfect. This negative image that makes us look in the mirror and say, I need to lose X amount of weight, I need to stand up, I need to even take my selfies at the right angle so you don't see the chin that everybody has. So we've been having a lot of fun with this. But also in the captions, people ask, what's a feminist? Why are you taking a picture when you're sad, when you're depressed, with no makeup on? Or why do you only take a selfie when you have full makeup on? So in these captions, you can see the policing of how women present themselves in the world on full force. So over the last 18 months, we have really become quite a community. We've supported each other through a lot of different life changes. Some of us have gotten op-eds printed in published in the New York Times, the Washington Post. We've lost jobs, we've gained jobs, we've had babies. We have started our whole lives over, some of us. And we even are always, there's some of us who are also fundraising for each other so that we can start our lives over the way we want to. Recently, a couple of women have come to me and told us in the community that how much this community means to them. One of them has created an entirely new life with her family and a new partner, and her family is not supporting her the way she deserves. But we are. Another woman, it took her a while to realize how emotionally abusive her partner is to her. It was through these selfies that she was able to see that in our reactions. And she could probably tweet all day under the hashtag why I stayed, of course, after she's safe, once we could get her safe. This has been an amazing project to spearhead and launch into the world, and I've gotten a lot out of it, and mostly just watching the other women support each other, because I think that that's what the heart of feminism is. I have been online since 1994, when I finally figured out how to send an email from college. And ever since then, almost everything I do online has some sort of feminist bent to it. That's what I do online. From the first time I joined one of the first feminist organizations online, Women Leaders Online, and also when I first squatted at GeoCities. Who remembers GeoCities? All right. That's how long I have been doing feminism online. I didn't always have my name on it because back then, only axe murderers were online, so you didn't tell anybody. It was a little secret. But now that I do it in my own name, it's been an amazing ride. So this is what I do online. I launched this project as a whimsical thing to do while I was working on a PhD. About 5 months into this project, I got dismissed from my PhD program. And this community did exactly what I wanted it to do for others, but for me, and they supported me. I like to say that this project is about trying to get people to see the beauty that other people see in them. And so they were able to help me see the beauty in my courage to take this huge leap, even if it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. So I encourage everyone to, if you're not on the selfie wagon, think about it. And think about what it can do for you. Think about how many times you've actually been in front of the camera. When your kids are trying to take pictures, I've had women tell me that their teenage daughter loves to take selfies with her, but then she makes her daughter delete all those photos afterwards. But what I'd really love is for her to save those photos, let her daughter have them, because one day their memories are ready, but one day she might not be there for her daughter. We are political, as you can see from we really filled up the internet with our election day selfies. And we also, it's like I said, we've become a community. And we got together in Portland earlier this year, and we're going to be getting together in Columbus, Ohio in November. And I invite you all to come. And I invite you all to join the hashtag. You don't have to start on January 1st. Start your year of selfies whenever you would wish. And before we go, I have to take a selfie with you all. So let's get the camera out, put it on selfie mode, and everyone say hi. Okay, this side of the room. Thank you so much.